What's up, my dear friends of the world? Paul the Trombonist here, and in this video I want to share a little bit about achieving your ambitions and how to make the life that you want to have with your lovely passion for music and trombone come to life. So if you're new here, my name is Paul the Trombonist. I'm a professional trombone player in Los Angeles, and this is one of the first trombone channels on the internet, and we love trombone, so welcome. All right, let's get right to it. So one of the huge things is sometimes just talk a little bit about my life back when I was younger. And I had a real ambition to do music, and I fell in love with the trombone, and I would hear trombone players that I looked up to, and I would feel very frustrated because I did not sound like them, and I wanted to play my instrument the level that they were playing at. So what ended up happening was a lot of the times I would get really frustrated, and my dad hipped me to a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and I used to say, oh, I don't play well, I'm not playing good, I'm not playing well. And what I realized was that actually was hindering my growth. So I started to just change my mindset. And instead of thinking that way, I started to think, how should I get the sound I want? And it will happen. I will make sure it happens. I will make sure I play at the level that I want to play at. And once I started to switch my brain like that, I started to be more susceptible to making this a reality. And a lot of it has that conception of what's in your mind and what you want to come out of your instrument. So there's that. Now, one of the interesting things I notice about having a career in this music industry is that the more you meet people, the more opportunities there are. So you want to make sure that people know you exist. So what I used to do back when I was in Berkeley is when I was at that school, I made sure everyone knew that I was at that school. So I walked around everywhere with my trombone. In the hallways, most of the people, you didn't know their instruments weren't out or whatnot. And I would walk around the entire school holding my trombone, just like this, walking around the entire school. And then people would be like, oh, there's that trombone person. And I would talk to every single person that I could, because you never know what kind of fun you can have together or what opportunities may come about. If people don't know you're there, nothing's gonna happen. There were musicians that were phenomenal there, but if people don't know you exist, it's tough to do things, right? Unless someone's like always got your back and making sure you're getting called for everything. So what I discovered is that you never know where certain opportunities lead. So there's a couple things here. There's like the career aspect of it, and then there's the aspect of getting good at your instrument. So you definitely want to take care of business to get as good at your instrument as you possibly can. Because if someone hears you and those other opportunities come about and you're not able to take care of business, well, it's kind of like first impressions. You may not get it again. So you want to make sure that that's totally covered. Okay. The next thing is the aspect of the career. So you have to take care of both simultaneously. Now, as far as getting good at your instrument, what I discovered is first you have to have a concept of how you want to sound. Then you got to study with people who you want to incorporate things that they already know how to do so they can help you incorporate them yourself. Okay? And then the third thing that you need to do that I discovered is you want to record yourself so you can hear your progress, because what happens is Hal Crook always told me, if you were to study photography and you weren't to ever develop the film, how in the world would you know what kind of pictures you're taking? And he believes that music is the same way. So I've taken that to heart ever since I heard that from him. And it's very true, because if you don't record yourself, you never know where you're at and where you want to go and where you came from. So it goes two ways. One, you hear your development. Two, it motivates you when you listen to past recordings of where you've evolved from, and you're like, oh gosh, I came pretty far since then. And that should motivate you to keep going on it. And keep in mind, it's a never-ending process. Like, we never end this. Like, this is forever. Like, that's what's fun about it. It's a lifelong journey. Okay, so there's that. So once you record yourself, you're going to naturally start to keep the things you like and get rid of the things you don't like in your playing. Very important. And then you're going to want to focus. You're going to want to focus on taking care of what you need to take care of. And that goes with studying with someone that knows what they're doing, and they're going to put you on the right path for that. Okay, so you have your instrument. You're taking care of business with there. Then you got to take care of business in the world, and that's meeting people and network with people and getting people to know that you exist. And just to kind of sidestep a bit, it's totally related, but it's in a little different context. That's one of the reasons I started putting content up on the internet, because I knew I could get people's attention, and I knew that if I got people's attention, they would know I exist, and if they know I exist, it would lead to opportunities, and that's exactly what's happened ever since I started putting videos up on the internet. So it's kind of worked there. I did the same thing when, like, the internet really didn't exist like it does today back when I was in school, but I was kind of doing the same thing as far as making sure people I knew I was in that network. Okay, so there's that. What else I would do? I would knock on doors. Hey, what are you guys doing? Boom, jam with people. Start my own jam sessions. Meet with them. Boom, boom, boom. People know that you exist. That all goes to that, okay? Then you have to take care of the business on your instrument. Then you have the mental conception of what you want, right? Here's another way. Another way to make this happen is you find people that are having like a career that you look up to, and you study with them. And if you get good and take care of business and listen to everything they say, they're going to start calling you for work that they can't make because they trust you, because they've spent so much time with you. Okay, that's real important too. So it's all of those combinations to really kind of create a situation. Now, things are always changing. The industry always changes. Don't complain about it. I want you to understand that. If you complain about how things change, you can never adapt to it. So one of the things I recommend is just embrace change and realize it's always evolving, just like you are with music. Life is always evolving. The industry is always evolving. If it didn't, it would be boring. Okay? So embrace the change. Oh, they don't hire the musicians for a year. Remember the back in the day? We'll figure out another way that's gonna be a situation, because in the future, people will be saying the same thing about this time period. Okay? That's what happens. So those are just a little, maybe gems of wisdom, you can call it, to maybe help you that I've discovered along the years. And hopefully that helps. But if you do that and you keep going, and never say to yourself, it's not working. Don't ever do that. Say, why is it not working? Why am I not in the place that I want to be? What can I do to make it happen? If you keep saying how to do that, why is it not doing it? And ask the people that matter, that have been in a situation you're in that you want to attain, get some advice from them, hire them for a lesson. You will make it happen, I promise you. The only way it will not happen is if you stop or if you die. I'm just gonna be blunt about it, okay? Because take it from me, I used to have a lot of issues in my playing, and sometimes I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I would be very discouraged. The sound wasn't going how I wanted it to be. I wasn't able to improvise the way I wanted it to be. But I just kept going, and I just kept saying, how can I make this happen? Why is it not working? And the most amazing phenomenon happen is your body learns how to adapt to create the situation and the environment that you want in life. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. If you found value in this, all I ask is for a like and subscribe. We're on our mission to 100,000 subscribers, so I can put that award up there so we could share our love with the trombone of the world and show that we matter. And if I haven't heard from you, I'd love to hear a comment. I don't want to give you too many call to actions, because I want you to do the first one, which is the subscribe one. But if you're so inclined, do all 3 call to actions. Subscribe, the like, and then leave a comment. Okay, and if you found value in this video, you're going to love this video. I got another video around here that you're going to love too. So it's Paul the Trombonist. I appreciate you tremendously. Thanks for staying tuned, and have a good day. Bye-bye.